Well, hello and welcome to today's Artful Elf. I'm looking at getting ready for Advent, for the run up to Christmas, and I was just going through my post today and from Christians Against Poverty, and I opened it up and I thought, well, I wonder what this is. And I was delighted to see it's an Advent calendar. I've got an Advent calendar, and that was lovely. And I shall open a little window each day on that. And I love the picture. And as I looked for the envelope where they wanted a response financially to support them, always hope. And I thought, yes, there is always hope. In the darkness of winter, we have festivals of light. All religions, well, most of the religions have some sort of festival of light in the dark winter months. And at the moment, of course, it is so very dark. Not just, I mean, the sun's shining, it's beating in. I wondered where I was going to put my camera for this today, but it's the darkness of the COVID and how are we going to come out and what tier are we going to be in and all that. And I thought today I really must get on with the Advent calendar wreath thing for putting candles on. I got this online, and someone pointed out if you could leave a tea light on a piece of paper for a long time, it'll get very hot. Concerns were that if people have that on a plate with the tea lights on, then there might be an accident. So I thought, well, I'll do another version of it. And so I'm going to do my version of this with cutouts instead of paper bits, and I shall put the words around there. Well, I can't see, I'm looking as if I'm in a mirror, around there instead. So people then will have the choice of this one or the one I produce. And actually, if you've got the words there and you put a candle on it, you won't be able to read the words, will you? So that's what I'm going to get started on now. I've got about a quarter of an hour to get it started, and then I'll have to get ready to go out, and then I'll come back to it later today. Well, hi and welcome to this session of Artful Everyday Loving Fun. It's actually getting quite late in the day and I've changed my mind from what I was going to do. So I started something this morning and I shall finish that tomorrow. I'm tired and I'm encouraging you to look after yourself. Part of the loving fun is acknowledging when you need to take things easier. So yesterday, of course, if you saw, I messed things up with that piece of paper. So I'm going to use this area and just play with watercolour paint and see what comes out of it. So sitting comfortably with your feet flat on the floor, if possible, and your hands resting in your lap. Relax and be aware of your surroundings and yourself. And breathe in to the count of 5 and out to the count of 7, 10 times. In, out. 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 Now you should be feeling quite relaxed and ready for the exercise. Try and concentrate on what you're doing, and if any distractions come, acknowledge them and get back to what you were doing. We started. That focus. Anyway, here we are, and I'm playing with paint. It's going to be totally abstract. I've already had several attempts actually that have sort of gone wrong on me, and I've got to the point where I'm thinking we might not have an Artful Elf tomorrow, but I don't like giving up. That's not my way. So this is my 4th attempt at doing something today. 4th attempt. 4 things I have tried and none of them have really worked out. I've ended up with just horrible muddy messes on my paper. That is not good. Not good. Don't like it. In fact, it makes me not sad, but mad. I'm annoyed. Very annoyed. No, I'm not. I'm not annoyed. I'm slightly frustrated. Slightly frustrated that what I've tried hasn't worked. And you know what? Sometimes we have days like that, don't we? We try more than 4 times to do something and it just does not work. So what we have to do is take things as they are and see what we can make of them. And that's what I'm going to do now. I am going to play, and this is definitely my last attempt at doing something. This will work. I am determined to make something of it. I don't know what. There is no plan. It just is going to grow. Quite like that pink. Don't quite know what we're doing with this, other than I'm sort of enjoying myself. Sort of. Not totally. Because I don't like things not working. But then I suppose none of us don't like things working. It's frustrating when things don't work. We've had things not working with the computers for the worship ready for Sunday. And I don't know what's wrong, but something's not working. Stuff we've ordered online hasn't arrived, and that's frustrating. Because surprise, surprise, we're not the only people ordering things. And COVID has affected lots of different people. And here we are. I've had a look at the news and we're tier 3 here apparently. And I did have a look this morning at what tier 3 meant, but I've forgotten. But it is the most severe. So that means we're not happy bunnies where I live. There you go. Such is life. Got to take the rough with the smooth, as they say. Now, what shall I do next? This is starting to look like an abstract painting, sort of. What happens if I put some blue on there? That's not too bad. In fact, should we have some stripes? Very light stripes. Oh, that's all right. I feel it needs something else, but I'm not sure what. Do we want more triangles? Let's go for yellow. Let's have some yellow triangles. There's a saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Have you heard that one? I suppose it is a case of a bit of positive thinking, a bit of talking yourself round and saying, oh, come on, it's not the end of the world, it's not that bad. We will get through this. There is always hope. There's always hope. Faith, hope and love. And the greatest of these, of course, is love. And isn't it wonderful to know that we love our families? Well, most people love their families. I know there are some families where there isn't a great deal of love, and that is very sad. But by and large, for most people, it's a case that we love our families and our families love us. And maybe the most loving thing we can do at Christmas is say, I love you, but I can't see you. I don't know. It's very, very sad to think that we won't necessarily see our loved ones at Christmas. Or we may. Depends how we work out what we're allowed to do in these bubbles and things. Because we're all still working out what the latest regulations mean. And while we do that, we try and keep each other safe and do the best we can for those we love and those we live with, those we work with. I realise I've done this picture and I haven't done any of that bright green, which is most unusual for me. I do like a bit of bright green. But there you go. Let's get a bit of yellow there. Let's have some orange. Do we want orange? Actually, no, I think pink, blue and yellow. We'll stick with those, shall we? I don't know. Methinks that this post, this one that I'm doing now isn't going to get many likes. Not that I do it for the likes, but it is nice for people to like what I do, to affirm it. But I don't think this one's going to rate very highly. But hey ho, not everything can be a roaring success. Let's colour that in. Let's have that a solid yellow, solid circle. Right, I think I'm going to leave that to dry and then possibly come and do something else on it. We will see. Well, that's all out of focus. How's that got out of focus? Oh, that's rubbish. Well, I think that's in focus this time. Apologies for before. Not quite sure what happened. I've had a little break. And I think I'm going to use some felt pens rather than paint, because I fear that if I put any more paint on there, I shall just ruin it. So let's get some writing. I'm in a writing mood because obviously I don't feel very artistic. Right, what shall I write? Well, what I thought as I was coming upstairs is, if at first you don't succeed, try again. It goes, doesn't it? Don't give up. Persevere. Oops. And at first you don't succeed. Yeah, I don't know what to put there. So while I'm waiting for inspiration, let's put a line around there. If at first you don't succeed. I don't want to put try again. If at first you don't succeed, don't give up, persevere, and yeah, don't know. Think about that. I bet all you're shouting at the film. Something obvious for me to put there. There we go. We haven't got to be perfect. Ooh, that went on a bit wrong. I think I know what's going to go in there now. I've got to do that one. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. So what else are we going to do on here? You've got a swirly thing there. Let's have a swirl. I like swirls. Any more swirls? Let's have one on top of there. Because sometimes we don't succeed. Life isn't just about success, is it? Sometimes life is how we handle not succeeding, how we handle disappointments and failures to do what we set out to do. And just because you fail to do what you set out to do, that does not make you a failure. You may have failed a task, but you are not a failure. The two are very different, aren't they? And what did Yoda say in Star Wars? Can't remember. Try or don't try, there is no fail. Something like that. Well, I think he was thinking about positive thinking. Well, there we go. It's starting to look a bit like something. Not quite sure what. Let's get some more lines going there. Am I still in shot? Yeah. Let's get some lines there. And that's the pink. Looks like a letterbox. Let's just have a line in there. I once had some stripy curtains. They were in the bathroom in the last house that I had. And I was really pleased with them. I made a pair of curtains. Actually, it was two pairs. It was a very long window. and they were candy stripes like that, and they look really nice, and I was really pleased with how I'd done them. So perhaps when something doesn't succeed and you're feeling a bit, well, that was a bit meh, try and think of something where you have succeeded, something that has worked out for you. And that might help you to feel better. Oh, I missed a underlining bit. That was green. I missed one of my triangles out, look. I quite like those triangles. I think they need a circle in the middle. Not quite sure why. They just do. They were saying, give me a circle. And I'm not sure why, but I feel as if I want to put those in at the waist, because they're like bows, I suppose. I don't know. That one was a bit like an egg timer, I thought, but no. Don't want egg timers. Oh, look, there's a triangle in the middle of there. Let's put that in. Any more triangles? Can't see any. I'm tempted to say that's finished. Does it look finished though? That's the thing. Is it finished or not? It doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to think it's done. I've had enough. They look a bit untidy at the ends, but no. I think for today that will do. So I hope that you've enjoyed it. Oh. Well, here we are downstairs at the computer, at the laptop, putting the film together and looking at the introduction I did this morning, and then take two and all the bits in between to get to where it is. I thought I'd just do a postscript to say, don't give up, perseverance is key to life. And also, I started off talking about hope, which is one of the themes, a big theme in Advent as we look forward to the birth of Jesus, who is the light of the world, shining in our darkness. So if you're struggling at the moment and you feel like giving up, send me a message and I'll do what I can to help you to persevere without giving up hope. So thank you for watching this far, and I hope, and I will persevere with helping you to do a bit of mindfulness, a bit of art, a bit of doodling, a bit of playing with paint, and have a go. Doesn't matter if it goes wrong. My efforts today were appalling, but do you know what? I'm glad I didn't give up. It would have been so easy at one point this afternoon to just say, oh, don't matter. Not many people look at them anyway. I won't do one for tomorrow. But no, I've persevered. I'm glad I have, and I hope you're glad that I have as well. And hopefully tomorrow's will be the Advent ring to go on the plate, as well as getting on with the angel. So, goodbye for now. Till next time. Where's the off button?